Once Upon a Time Stories from Leicester Library's Neighbourhood Services. I'm Paul, and the story I'm going to share with you today is The Sky That Was Far Away. Seems a bit odd, the sky that was far away, because the sky's always far away. Now, this is a story from Nigeria in Africa, and it tells of a time when the sky wasn't far away. In fact, you could come out of your house and you could touch it. That's it. You could come out of your house and touch the sky. Not only that, not only could you touch it, you could eat it. You could pick a bit of it and pop it in your mouth. You might be thinking, what did it taste like? Perhaps you're thinking, well, it tastes of candy floss, or sort of ice cream, or water, or ice, or perhaps nothing. But I'll tell you what it tastes like. Anything you wanted. Anything you wanted. Your favourite food. So it could be lovely fruits, pineapples, mangoes, strawberries. Or perhaps it could be chips, pizza, samosa, saccharotli. It could be anything you wanted. Any time of the day, breakfast, dinner, tea. You could just reach up to the sky and have whatever you want. Sounds good, doesn't it? Hey, fantastic. No need to do growing the crops. No need for shopping. No need to cooking. And no need for washing up. You could have whatever you want. Time to enjoy yourself. Time for wonderful things shared together as a family. But there was a problem. We waste things, don't we? That's what we do. We waste things. We take things for granted. We take too much. Think back. Do you always finish your plate at dinner time? Perhaps sometimes you do, and sometimes you don't. Or think about those buffet restaurants. You go down there, you go off with your first plate. And you probably eat that one. You put all your favourite stuff on there and you eat it all up. And lovely it is too. So you go off again with your second plate. And you load it up again. And perhaps you eat that one too. All of it, you're enjoying it. But it's starting to fill up a bit. So you go again with your third plate. And you load it up, and by this time, you're starting to feel properly stuffed. And you don't think you can eat anymore, and you're certainly not going to finish that plate. And we haven't even got to the puddings yet. Well, it was a bit like that with the sky. People would reach out and get a bit of sky, and they'd start to eat it. They all that lovely pudding, that lovely fruit, all that lovely ice cream, all those lovely meals, and there would still be a bit left. So what do? Chuck it away. Easy come, easy go. It didn't really matter. Plenty more sky up there. And things carried on like that for a while, but the sky god, who had given them these wonderful gifts, was not happy. He could see them wasting all his gifts. So one day, the thunder clouds crowded in over the city. The lightning flashed and the thunder boomed. And he called out to the king and said, if your people don't stop wasting my gifts, I will take them away and you will never, ever get them back. Well, the king was worried. People had to wise up. People had to learn good new ways. So messages were sent all over the kingdom, to every village, every town, every city. From now on, just take a little bit and stop. A little bit and stop. You can eat the wonderful gifts from the sky, but just little bits. No more should be thrown away. And for a while, things were good. People got the message, little bit and stop. Little bit and stop. But a few weeks later, there was going to be a big party at the palace. People were invited from all over the kingdom, including this woman and her partner. Now, she was one of those people who always needs a little bit more. She had 13 children, and she wanted more. She had wardrobes full of wonderful clothes and headdresses, but she wanted more. So she went to the party with her partner. They enjoyed it. There was the feasting, there was the dancing, there was all the company together, enjoying themselves. But after midnight, people were tired. It was time to head for home. So she started to walk down the street back to her house. She was thinking about that wonderful pudding they'd have, with that mangoes and pineapples and strawberries and cream and chocolate. Oh, I've got to have some more of that, she said. So she reached up in the sky and pulled down a big bit, bigger than she expected. But she was going to enjoy this, and she started to eat it. Oh, lovely, all the sweet, those sauces. Oh, that's wonderful. And then she couldn't eat anymore. She was filled to the top. Still had a big bit of sky left, so she turned to her husband and said, come, get that, come. She nagged and nagged him until he had a bit to eat himself. But then again, he was stuffed up to the top. By this time, they'd reached the house. She went inside. She woke up all her children, all 13 children, and she lined them all up from the tallest down to the youngest, and she made each one have a bit of that sky. Come on, you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. But they couldn't eat any more. And she still had a big bit of sky left. What to do now? She started to wake up the neighbours. This was 2 o'clock in the morning. Bang, 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 bang. Come on, party time. Come and enjoy me. Lovely pudding, sweet food to eat. Well, most people just shut their doors and put their heads down. There's no way they were coming out. A few, though, to be polite, came outside and he had a bit of sky. And they said, no, that's it. I've had enough. Thank you very much. That's been lovely. Off they went. Leaving her now on her own. Dark in the middle of the night. Children had all gone to bed. Husband had gone to bed. All the neighbours were abed, and she still had a big bit of sky left, and there was no way she could eat any more. Shh, it was quiet. So she crept round the back of the house, where they kept all the rubbish and stuff, and hid the sky under the rubbish, and patted it all down. Shh, she looked around. She was all right. No one had seen her. And she went back to the house, opened the front door, went upstairs, went to bed. She was fast asleep as soon as her head hit the pillow. At that very moment, thunderclouds gathered in the sky over the city. The lightning flashed and the thunder boomed, and a voice called out, away, 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 away. The king woke up. He could see this great storm, steam booming, crashing over the city, and he could hear this voice, away, away, away. What did that mean? It must be a dream, must be a nightmare. So he went back to bed and forgot all about it. In the morning, about 8 o'clock, people started to wake up. It had been a long day. Time for breakfast. So people stepped out of their houses to reach up to the sky to have some breakfast. Whether they wanted cereal or fruit or yogurt or whatever they wanted. And they reached up with their hands. But they couldn't touch the sky. And they looked up, and they reached up, and up, and up, and up, and up. Because the sky had gone far, far away. And they couldn't reach it. They were climbing trees. They were climbing on the roofs of the houses. They were stretching up to touch the sky. But the sky had gone far, far away and would never, ever come back. So now we have what we are now. People had to learn how to grow the crops, how to cook the food, and how to do the washing up, just as we do now. Because the sky took its gifts away and never, ever gave them back. And that was the story of the sky that was far, far away. And I hope you've enjoyed that. And if you have, make sure you share it with someone. Enjoy your stories. Bye.